Scorpions defense, Eddie Gage is in there to help make the tackle.
Yeah, coming right on through. It looks like we were muted for the bit for up the open half, but now we're back on.
And we apologize for that. So on 3rd and inches, back again in the power I formation. And it's a stretch play to the left for Hollywood and gets met in the backfield. A great stand by the Scorpions defense on the Swarm's first drive to hold them to 3 and out.
Yeah, we're really seeing where Eddie Gage, the defensive coordinator, is coming out, and he knew BDG Hollywood would be Atlanta's biggest weapon, and they put a great stop to him in the front.
Interesting. Kind of in no man's land out here near midfield. Too far for a field goal, maybe too close for a punt. They want to try to see if they can get Atlanta to be undisciplined, and they do. They get them to jump off sides, and that's going to be a free first down for the Swarm.
Now that is something you see tried a lot in the league, but it actually worked this time, paying off for the Swarm. Free first down, another set, and they get to go again.
Yeah, for Atlanta, that's really beneficial. I mean, they had a couple of good plays, the swing pass to Hollywood, and then a couple of runs didn't get them where they needed to be. But a first down there just helps them because a couple of yards and they're in field goal range. Dan, let's take a second to get to know the Scorpions defense here. They have defensive ends Dede Sachs and Mark Mello, defensive tackles Chad Tackle and Alex Constantine, linebackers Mike St. Green, BJ Loveless, and Joey Tropicana, last week's defensive player of the week. Dunhill swing pass to the left side to Hollywood, makes a juke move, gets 9 yards on the reception. In the secondary for the Scorpions, cornerbacks Tanner Hendricks and Mana Kanaka, as well as Parker Thomas. Safeties Kanye Rockefeller and Eddie Gage, the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you got a big stack, really, of just veterans on both teams. People have been playing in this league for a very long time now.
And under center, Dunhill. Quick drop, nice little corner route, short corner, and then Siege Falco on the reception gets the first down out to the 21-yard line. And the Swarm, they're moving, man. Arizona had them. They got to figure out how to recoup and keep them out of the end zone here. Points early is not a good formula for success, Dan.
Not at all, but I like what we're seeing out of Atlanta right now. They're really utilizing BDG, but they mixed it up with Falco, and they're already knocking on the door to the red zone.
Really showing that they want to get the running game going early. In the power I formation, a spin move from Hollywood gets 3 yards.
Forward progression pushes him up just a tad bit. I would like to think that they'd be a bit more meticulous, but right now Atlanta's just pushing through. BDG Hollywood so far having 761 rushing yards on the season, number 1 so far.
Really explosive player. Some of his highlights are just phenomenal replays, and just he's a spectacular player on the field. Dunhill deep over the middle, targeting the receiver as it falls incomplete. Siege Falco was the target there, knocked down. It's a great shot by Dunhill trying to squeeze it in the tight window.
Yeah, he was trying to throw a real dot there, but there were 3 defenders right on Falco, and it was a bit of a risky play. We see that out of Atlanta every once in a while, though.
And look there, that was Kanye Rockefeller. Helps on the coaching staff. Transitioned over from the now Arizona. He moved with Oklahoma City from Tulsa to Arizona. As that pass from Dunhill into the end zone was targeting Boo Chisholm, but it's going to be intercepted. And that's the Hall of Famer Eddie Gage stepped in front of the route.
We were talking about before the game started, Eddie was coming into this game not too happy, and it seems like he already starting off hot, making that 3 interception on his season so far, making this drive a big makeup from the earlier lack of discipline.
And so Gage, the Hall of Famer, bails out the Arizona the defense, keeps Atlanta scoreless. And now the Scorpions offense gets their turn. DJ Moses gets a carry, gets 1 yard on the play. Chad Rowland makes a tackle.
DJ Moses, 316 yards on the season right now. He's about less than half of BDG Hollywood, but that doesn't mean he can't make an impact this game with Arizona's much more spread out offensive structure.
Second down. Jackson with bunch receivers to her left. One running back in the backfield. Hands off to Moses out to the left side. Picks up a couple more. Oh, and Arizona's going to go hurry up. They see something I think that they like in the Atlanta defense. Ashley Jackson gets everybody back on the line. Takes a deep shot to the right side. Oh, caught, but ran out of bounds. James Hands with a nice reception. Gets out to the Arizona 49-yard line. And they're still hurrying up. They want to keep this momentum going. Jackson trying to get under center. Takes a look around, makes sure everybody's set. Snaps the ball. Short throw over the middle, caught and brought down by Roscoe Justice with the reception. Gets 8 yards. And they're continuing to stay in the hurry-up offense. Bunch receivers to the left, single back. Atlanta's got 4 down linemen. Handoff to Moses to the left side. Plows forward, gets 3 for the first down. And, man, they are just moving rapidly here. Arizona's staying in the no huddle. Atlanta looks prepared. They're not scrambling around too much. They seem to have communicated very well. Jackson trying to use her cadence to draw the defense offside. Another deep shot to the right side. This time well played by the secondary. Knocks it down. Almost a one-handed interception. Damn, they're not taking a break here, man. What's going on?
Non-stop.
Still the same defense. Jackson with a quick drop. This time it's an out route to James Hands. And he's going to, wow, he got a first down out of that. Turned up field and gets brought down. And now they're going to huddle up.
And finally a break. I think that was the most consecutive back-to-back no huddles. There was no real pressure going on. We're first quarter. That was like 7 to 5 minute period right there. Wow, that was crazy.
And they make quick work of the field too. They're down to their own the Atlanta 30. And so, I mean, good progress there on that particular set of plays. As Jackson this time throws to Hands on. This time he was lined up on the left side, and he gets 5 yards. Dan, let's get to know this Arizona offense now that we've got a quick break. They're led by quarterback number 9, Ashley Jackson, running back DJ Moses. They have fullback Laura Horrell, as well as wide receivers Donnie Hands, James Hands, Roscoe Justice. They have tight ends TJ Punk and the legend Tiberius Bovine. 2nd and 5 from the 25. Jackson in the shotgun. Good blocking up front and hits the aforementioned Bovine. Gets the first down, moves the chains. And you see Jackson is now 5 of 6 for 57 yards on their first drive.
Yeah, Ashley Jackson throwing some crazy things out. She's calling some wicked plays. I really like how she's adapting. That no huddle was crazy. It looked like 3 different plays coming out of the same no huddle formation.
Down inside the SFL red zone. Jackson under center, 3 wide receivers. A handoff, and it gets a yard. That's DJ Moses.
Yeah, Moses blocked kind of by his own player on the line, had to move around him, finding the opening, getting brought down by Roland almost immediately.
And the home team Atlanta swarmed their defense. They got defensive ends Tim Cleveland, Dustin Zeck, defensive tackle Joshua Williams, linebackers Dylan Rowland, Fox Highwind, and Aquinas Shine. Jackson holds true in the pocket, but gets sacked, held onto it just a little bit too long. And Tim Cleveland's going to get his first sack of the day.
Yeah, Tim Cleveland, the rookie, 2nd round pick, 33. That's his 4th sack on the season, picking up some nice numbers early on for the rookie.
So a 3rd and 12. They got down inside the 20s. Inside the 20 here, and we got to see what they draw up. A 3rd and 12, it's a tough situation, but you don't want to get too aggressive and sacrifice the point. Atlanta brings pressure immediately, and Jackson has to roll out to the right and gets rid of it, and it's caught down at the 7. And I believe that's the other Hands brother, Donnie, gets that reception. Short of the first down, so that should force a field goal try.
Little chip shot right here. I mean, it was a great drive downfield, almost guaranteeing this field goal for Arizona after denying Atlanta any points at all with a beautiful interception by 88.
On the field is Week 5 signing the rookie Bryant Dynasty, and his kick is up and good from 24 yards. So Dynasty gives the Scorpions the first lead of the ball game, and it's a 3-point lead. 3:07 left here in the first quarter, so both teams' initial drives took up some time. So both teams were moving the ball. Atlanta was spared because they got the offsides, but they were still able to get down in close to the goal line. But then the turnover. So both teams moving the ball fairly effectively. Good first possessions for each team. Ball is returned out to about the 29-yard line, and that's where the Swarm will get their second try of this game.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that this is only the second drive. Both first drives took almost the entire first quarter. Crazy stuff going on, but both teams really seem like they're coming in with a game plan in mind and are enacting that plan to the T.
Dunhill going to be under center. Two wide receivers, two running backs in the backfield. Hand off to Hollywood. Good blocking up front. Plows forward, gets 4.
BDG Hollywood, 16 yards on 5 carries. With how much time has passed, you'd think he'd have more, but Arizona's having a great defensive shutdown on the run. We're going to have to maybe see a lot more out of Siege, Falco, Boo Chisholm, Dave Axe. Get those wide receivers going.
Yeah, it looks like what they intend to do here. 5 wide receivers now for the Swarm. Dunhill alone in the shotgun. Quick drop. Oh, a nice little curl, and gets the first down. And a great reception by the rookie Dave Axis.
Yeah, Dave Axis, round 1 pick 14. Only has 32 yards on the season right now, but you never know. You can come up big, and it's the touchdowns that really matter.
Yeah, rookies, it's hard for them sometimes to find their way, especially when you have to come in and compete with other veterans like Siege Falco and Boo Chisholm. Jamal Wooding's a big play guy, and sometimes for a rookie, you just kind of got to find your fit into the offense, and Axis is going to get there. They highly regarded this guy's. Oh, and Dunhill tried to throw it into triple coverage. Tanner Hendricks was one of the guys there, and just maybe a little bit of an ill-advised throw by Dunhill, trusting his arm just a little bit too much.
Yeah, Dunhill only has 9 interceptions so far on the season. He's not really throwing anything crazy this season so far from what I've seen, but he's definitely this game he's going a little off the wall with it. As you see, 34.5 yards and 1 interception.
Defensive line for the Scorpions shifts to the left, and the Swarm run to the run to the right. I'm sorry, everybody shifted to the right, and the Swarm ran to the right, but Hollywood was still able to pick up a couple on the run.
Yeah, Hollywood really making something out of nothing when the Scorpions are just cleaning them up. Atlanta seems like they have a good game plan going, but they haven't made any huge splash plays yet.
3rd and 6. Near midfield, Dunhill takes the snap from the shotgun, fires it over the middle. Great catch made. And Jamal Wooding elevated to get that ball, and he pays the price as Eddie Gage throws him to the ground after the catch.
Well, I just had to say they hadn't made any splash plays, and then immediately Jamal Wooding up in the air for a beautiful catch. Eddie wasn't too happy about it, but they move a good chunk downfield with a new set of downs.
And if you're watching, any one particular guy on the Arizona side, I usually like to look for Eddie Gage because he kind of moves around. He's really good at scheming his defense. But if you watch Eddie's player, he's a smart guy out there, and he always seems to be in the right spot at the right time. On first down, a handoff to Hollywood, tries to spin and gains 2. And what do you know? Eddie Gage is there to make another tackle, assisted by Mana Kanaka as well.
Yeah, Hollywood, a 6'2", 210, normally can finesse his way around things. Right now, though, it seems like he's going to have to adopt a more aggressive play style if he hopes to get around.
A 2nd and 8. They got their tight ends bunched up. Twins to the right for Dunhill. Throws out to the flats to Hollywood all day to run, and evades a tackler but gets pushed out of bounds. Kanye Rockefeller had just enough to get him out, but Hollywood goes out at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, I'd love to see a replay of that as we're getting, there was a nice swing pass out there to just clean air and open fields, and Hollywood starts singing the Sound of Music because there's nothing stopping him.
He has looked really, really good this season. Atlanta, I think it shows at the midway point of this season, that they really worked hard in the offseason to get to establish their identity early in the season. So the offseason efforts are really paying dividends for the Swarm right now. Dunhill pump fakes to the right, throws to the left deep. Oh, nice coverage on the left side by Tanner Hendricks. Was able to knock it down in the back corner of the end zone.
Yeah, just playing the nice safe play. He wasn't really looking at the ball, just knew it was coming and batted it down, really just up in the air. Great play by him. I don't think he would have caught it even if it was correct without some crazy plays, but playing, oh no, that would have fallen right in his hands. My bad. Angle was weird. But
Yeah, that was, and that's a connection between Dunhill and Falco, man. I wouldn't put it past those two that they couldn't pull off some plays that other offenses and other quarterback and wide receiver duos couldn't. These guys are special. From the 19-yard line, 9 seconds to go in the first quarter, 2nd and 10. Using the slot receiver to block. It's like the third time I've seen it. Same play to Siege Falco in the corner of the end zone. This time they get it in, and it's a 19-yard touchdown pass to Siege Falco, and the Swarm now have a 6-3 lead.
Storm says it doesn't work the first time. We'll just do it again, because running the exact same thing, exactly played out the same way, just this time it wasn't batted down. Beautiful throw and catch right there. Atlanta just haven't, really using their full offense, which looking at BDG, you would think they'd be using a lot of him, but they know when they got Siege Falco and Jamal Wooden coming out, they got all their options open.
Yeah, and just a great play, a great throw, and that's something that you can tell that they've worked on. They trusted that play was going to work. Low snap, hold is good, and the extra point is good. So now a 7-3 lead for the Swarm, and you can tell that was a play that they've worked on a lot. They just drew it right back up. They said, you know what, it didn't work that time, but we like our 50-50 shot here. We had Tanner Hendricks alone on an island. Let's try to see if we can get that same thing to happen. Ran it again, and it worked out perfectly for him that time.
Yeah, we're seeing that we only got 5 seconds left in the first quarter after the kick. We'll have to see if it ends here. And game's moving by quick, Steven.
Yes, it is. That was a 9-play, 48-yard drive for the Swarm. And this return is going to be brought out to the 22, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. So both teams held the ball pretty much on their first drives the whole time. And we'll go into the second quarter with Atlanta leading 7-3. Both teams huddled up, breaking huddle, getting out to the line of scrimmage, ready to get this second quarter going. From the 22-yard line, Arizona has the I formation. They get somebody to jump off sides. Both sides being a little undisciplined here early. And we'll go to the sideline to get a look at the call on the field, but I imagine Arizona is going to accept, and we'll move forward 5 yards.
Yeah, free play right there. So can't complain at all.
Yeah, let's give a chat shout out, Dan. Thanks to everybody for being here with us early. I look over and I see Siege Falco, Aaron Lee 20, Jack Wall SFL, Moose Pap. I see Wall Crawler, Swole 2011, Hollywood 34. Thank you guys for being here with us. Hope you're enjoying the show. Clock's ticking away. 10.5 minutes. Strong eye, 3 wide receivers for the Scorpions. A handoff to Moses to the right side, and he's going to get stopped after a 1-yard gain.
Get some first quarter stats going. Thanks to Mark Chisholm himself for providing us beautiful stats. Ashley Jackson with 63 yards. Marcus Dunhill with 71. Great touchdown, but also an interception on Marcus. We got James Hands picking up 36 for Arizona, and then all spread throughout for Atlanta. Jamal Wooden with the great catch earlier, and Siege Falco with a beautiful touchdown.
And Joshua Williams trying to get a jump on the snap, and he gets baited off sides. And we should see a penalty that results in a first down for the Scorpions. And if you're the defensive coordinator, the head coach for the Swarm, you're pulling your hair out after that. I mean, that's one of the things I cannot stand. Being a defensive coordinator, when I see my defensive line jumping, getting off sides and giving them free yards, it drives me crazy. I mean, you want those guys to pin their earbacks and get after the quarterback, but they have to stay disciplined, because giving up those free first downs and those free yards, it only makes the offensive job that much easier. A handoff to Moses to the right side, a stretch play, good blocking, and gets about 6 on the carry.
Moses finding some great open air right there. Got around a little bit, ran into his own blocker for a second. I think could have gone around a bit more yardage if he found a clearer opening, but 6 is nothing to scoff at.
2nd and 4, a lot of options that they can go to in their playbook. They go with the dive play, and it's going to get them 1 yard.
Team Tim Cleveland down there on the stat bar. He had the sack earlier on Ashley Jackson, which made them pretty much convert into that field goal instead of a touchdown.
Let's get to know the rest of this Atlanta Swarm defense. We finished off with the linebackers, Dylan Rowland, Fox Highland, and Aquinas Shine. Cornerbacks, Jack Napier and Blake Hamrick. Safeties, Blake Chance, Jay Miraculous, and Aaron Lee round up the defense. Oh, a short throw over the middle is caught. Nice job by Ashley Jackson to recognize the coverage and squeeze it into James' hands, who gets the first down.
Yeah, James Hand really just they're playing short. That was a nice safe play. I honestly love those. I love when people are playing those nice little curls down the middle or just the tight end picking up a short slant. You know, it's a nice, easy play. Can always pick up first downs that way.
On 1st and 10, another handoff to Moses. Man, he's looking really strong here today. Arizona seems to have a plan for him. He gets 9 yards on that first down.
Yeah, Moses with a tiny little hurdle that really looked like he picked up some extra yards because of it. First quarter, Moses had 10 yards on it, but he just picked up an extra 7 so far in the second.
Near midfield at the Atlanta 46-yard line. Jackson under center again. Strong eye, 3 wide receivers. They continue to run the stretch play. This time Atlanta got wise, step up and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Yeah, Dillian Rowland coming over, been in with Atlanta for 6 seasons now. Got 43 total tackles on this season. Coming in really cleaning up that play before Moses got any ground. I thought he was clear for at least the first down.
That's tricky 3rd and 1. Oh, Arizona goes with the toss. Oh, out to the left side, and it works. And they get about 5 yards on that carry, and Move the Chains gets the first down.
Yeah, it looked like Arizona was getting bogged down a little bit. Atlanta was reading their plays, so they decided to mix it up with a tiny little throw, just kicking it out to the side, and it worked out beautifully for them.
A fresh set of downs. The Scorpions come out in the shotgun. 6.5 minutes before the half. Quick throw by Jackson. Nice little arrow route ran, and that was Donnie Hands got the reception, gets 8.
Yeah, hands are looking clean today. Both the Hands brothers and Ashley Jackson's hands. She's been throwing 7 for 8 right now, and she's been getting them out quick, and it's been very effective for their playbook.
Swarm playing off the line. Now everybody's kind of working back up. Trying to cause some confusion for quarterback Ashley Jackson. She changes the play. Steps up. Oh, nice audible. Changes it to an out route, and it works out, and they get a first down. James Hands on the reception again.
Yeah, I mean, it's continuing on. I love these just meticulous plays that are short, but they're just enough to pick up that first down. They're keeping them, giving them a new set of downs, playing them downfield. Now, James Hands got 50 yards on him so far, and doesn't seem like he's caught anything super large, but they're at the 26-yard lines. Who's to complain?
Yeah, sometimes you don't have to have the explosive play. Sometimes it's about effectively and methodically moving down the field. Another out route gets 6 for James Hands. And just the conservative approach has worked really well for Arizona between the 20s so far. But they just got to the SFL red zone. And, you got to be able to punch it in at this point. Their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So, if they want to compete with Atlanta here, I think they have to figure out a way to get in and get 6 points on this one. Handoff to Moses, met in the backfield immediately. Was able to get something out of it. Back to the line of scrimmage as Joshua Williams makes a big play.
Yeah, Williams is not someone to mess around with. He's got the 3rd most sacks right now in the SFL this season.
Yeah, and the 2 on top of the leaderboard have already played their week 6 game. So this is a get-right game. This is a chance for him to catch back up and maybe close that gap. Jackson under center, throws to the left side to Bovine, who moves the chains after a 4-yard pickup. Bunch of Swarm defenders there to help bring him down.
Yeah, this meticulous play, Steven, I'm really liking it. You know, you can't call it the most exciting play, but in the long run, it will and can win them the game.
Yeah, a big part of any game is protecting the ball. When you have the ball, you can't turn it over. You got to score points. Oh man, Moses tried to get something going, but no gain. But it's in your offense's best interest to do everything you can to protect the ball, not turn it over and give the other team a chance to score off of your mistakes.
Yeah, and I think that run was actually really smart. Even if it didn't pick up anything, at least we'll keep Atlanta wary of the run so they can have to play a bit more conservative.
Loose coverage on the outside from the Swarm. Definitely trying to protect their end zone. Hand off to Moses up the middle. And great effort by the Atlanta defense to swarm to the ball and bring down Moses. Roland calling his name quite a bit here in the first half. He's all over the place.
Yeah, Dillian Rowland so far with 5 tackles just in this first quarter and good chunk of the second quarter so far. 6, make it 6. Thank you, Marcus.
And Jackson alone in the shotgun. Oh, it's slant route. Oh, yes, he got in. Great throw, great strike. And James Hands works his way down the field and gets into the end zone.
Yeah, James Hand was great. I mean, he's been the star of this drive, in my opinion, so far, and he really just knocked it in. Well, he kind of got knocked in there, but all the same, touchdown picked up. Pending the extra point, they'll be up by 3. So, I like what I see out of Arizona right now. They're playing a really smart football. They're not playing anything crazy. They're not playing super loose. They're playing smart.
Absolutely. You have to put your quarterback and your offense in a position to be successful, and it seems like they've made some adjustments, and they're executing well here today. Dynasty on for the extra point, and that's up and good. So extends the Arizona lead to 3 points now.
Now, so far, we're seeing a very interesting game out of both teams. The score could be very different right now if that interception wasn't picked up in the first drive by Atlanta.
And that last drive was a 17-play, 66-yard drive. So very, very methodical. Took their time. Nothing huge, nothing explosive, but just finding out what works and fighting for the first down. And it leads to 7 points.
Yeah,
Access the return man. It's out to the 28.
Now we got to see how Atlanta answers back. I mean, they have lots of weapons in store for us right now. I mean, they always have BDG in the backup. I would love to see some great plays by Jamal Wooding. They had one big catch earlier, but that's it. I want to see another big, tight end draw or something crazy. Siege Falco can do so many things with Marcus Dunhill at the gun.
And Hollywood gets the carry on first down, picks up a yard out to the Atlanta 30. Joey Tropicana, last week's Defensive Player of the Week, there to help make a play.
Yeah, Tropicana so far on the season with 33 total tackles, 3.5 sacks, and 2 interceptions as a rookie. But he's coming out strong this season. Never know. Rooks can make a huge difference too. Definitely in the defense, I feel like.
On a 2nd and 9, a handoff goes for 8, and Tropicana is there to stop Hollywood before he's able to get the first.
Yeah, I mean, they're stopping him when it matters right before. It's kind of a make it or break it moment early in the game. If BDG can pick up this yard, that's showing he's still got plenty of wheels on him and the defense can't completely shut him down. But if they do, maybe rough.
1 for 3 on third downs up to this point. They get it this time, move that up to 2 out of 4, so 50% so far on third down conversions for the Swarm. And that was a nice effort by Hollywood. He had the first down early, but didn't give up and tried to evade a tackler to get a couple more. He's just a threat to go to the house every time. He's just got big playability. Every time he touches the ball. Through the air, on the ground, doesn't matter. He can go for 6. Clock's ticking almost at 2 minutes before the half. A handoff to Hollywood in the backfield. That was great effort by the defensive lineman for the Scorpions. I didn't see who it was, but knocked over the guard and almost caused a big play in the backfield. But Hollywood was able to stay patient and picks up a first down.
Yeah, Hollywood turning a little bit of afterburners right there. You see the speed pick up once he gets past the line. Great job, really, by the secondary. Really cleaning that up. One more punch through, and he would have had a clean run to the house.
And I couldn't tell if that was D.D. Sachs or if it was B.J. Lovelace that ran through that offensive lineman, but great effort in the trenches by the Scorpions defender there.
Oh, yeah. Both the names you just mentioned, great players, great defense. Both sides. D.D. Sachs, huge, coming over from San Francisco. Words today, and B.G. Lovelace coming over from Houston. Two huge defensive players.
On 1st and 10, a swing pass out to the left side to Hollywood. Great job by Tanner Hendricks to wrap him up and bring him down after only a gain of 1.
Tanner Hendrick really had the number of Hollywood on that one. Knew where he was going. The swing had no chance of really developing without a screen going.
Yeah, Tanner's been in the league for a while too. I know he was a safety at one point, but has converted over to cornerback and has really made a good jump over there and has looked really solid in his time at Queen City and here at Arizona now. Dunhill takes a deep shot down the middle, kind of towards the right side, and it was intended for Jamal Wooding, but he was well covered, and it just pops loose and falls incomplete.
Yeah, with a play like that, I really, you got to get the ball high, and it's still going to be a nasty play altogether. But you got to use all of Jamal Wooding's 6'6" frame to get up there if you want him to catch it.
A 5 wide receiver empty shotgun set for the Swarm. Arizona's going to rush 4 defensive linemen here. A deep shot down the left side. Oh, and it's caught. It was a jump ball for Siege Falco and just out elevates Tanner Hendricks, and he gets down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't even get to see the catch, I think. Maybe it was just the camera angle. Maybe I just missed it myself. But that was a beautiful catch up in the air by him. Siege Falco always making sure his bird wings fly.
Yeah, and that's the kind of throw you need to get out to Wooding, too. You know, get it up in the air and let he's such a big guy. Let him go up and get it. Oh, a nice throw. All slants, it looked like, and Siege Falco was the open target. And he gets down to the 7-yard line, and Atlanta likes what they see. They're going to hurry it back up, trying to get into the end zone here before the half. 40 seconds to go. Oh, Dave Axis on a crossing route falls out of his hands, but that stops the clock with 39 seconds before the half.
Yeah, ruling it incomplete, getting a little lucky there. Had the ball for another second, too. I'm pretty sure it would have been knocked out and ruled a fumble. But, 2nd and goal at the 7. Maybe it's time to break out some Hollywood.
We'll see what they do. They have thrown a swing pass from this formation earlier in this ball game. We'll see if they go to the left side on that swing pass. We'll see if that's what they draw up here. Dunhill elects to throw the out route wide open, and he gets into the end zone. 7-yard touchdown play for Siege Falco on the great throw by Marcus Dunhill.
Yeah, Siege Falco really keeping his feet in bounds right there. There's a little bit of tap dance going on, but he was doing it perfectly. Coming out to the side on the out route, catches it perfectly with the spin, knowing exactly, as you were saying earlier, Steven, Marcus Dunhill and Siege Falco have one of the best connections I can see on a team. They know exactly where each other's going to be on the route, how they got to throw it, and it's a beautiful, beautiful throw and catch with them.
Yeah, on that replay of the touchdown, when Hollywood went out into the flats, there was a linebacker that moved over with him, so he was covered. But what Dunhill realized, or what he saw, was Parker Thomas squatted in his zone and bumped the receiver, and that allowed Falco to get to the sideline uncovered, and then there was too much separation at that point in time, and Thomas couldn't get over to make a play. So great recognition by Dunhill to realize who the open receiver was and to get him the ball. The extra point was up and good, and so now a 4-point lead for the Swarm. And that was a 10-play, 64-yard drive. The kicker for Atlanta is Shane Short, the 3rd-round pick for the Swarm in the Season 14 rookie draft. The kick return was brought out to the 25-yard line with 31 seconds. That's where Arizona is going to take over. They do have all 3 timeouts, but their scheme and their game plan so far today has been short. So we'll see if they elect to go aggressive here because they don't have a lot of time. Jackson is in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Throws a quick slant over the middle, and it's caught, and they get 9 yards on the play. They have to hurry up. Bovine was the receiver. Everybody needs to get set. Jackson's ready now. She needs to take the snap. She's only got 13 seconds. Looks, pump fakes, looks over the middle again. Oh, into a crowd of swarm defenders, and that one just falls incomplete.
Swarm of Atlanta Swarm. I mean, it's maybe a blessing to side. No one intercepted, and the clock gets a stop. 9 seconds left if my eyes were right on them. And
Yeah,
they got to make something. I mean, they don't got to, but it's always better to try.
they used a lot of time on the hurry up. It might have been better in that situation to call the timeout because I believe they used about 10 seconds. Once that play was done, they used up about 10 seconds, and timeout probably could have saved them a lot more. Trips bunch to the left for Jackson. She tosses it to, oh man, what a very ungenerous spot for Arizona as the sweep to the left side is brought down by Joshua Williams for no gain. And that's going to wrap it up. We're going to go into the half. After the carry, Arizona didn't call a timeout. So Atlanta's got a 14-10 lead. And it's been a pretty balanced game. Both teams have had a fairly even time of possession, fairly equal total yardage. The one difference right now is the turnover, but it hasn't hurt Atlanta too much.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing possible, they'd be up another 7, but up by 4 is still up by 4, and up by 4 still wins a game. Both teams have been playing very different play styles and play schemes, but they're both playing very effectively. It's a very, nothing's crazy or splash plays. No shenanigans have happened, but just both playing very solid football right now. It's a real, true ball game. Ashley Jackson with over 101 yards, Marcus Dunhill with 110. Each got a big wide receiver. James Hands on Arizona with 53. Siege Falco on Atlanta with 47. DJ Moses, 36 yards. Hollywood with 42. You got a sack on Atlanta and 1 interception on Arizona. It really seems like a very balanced game right now, Steven. Kind of just making out, breaking even. But Atlanta's still up by 4.
Yeah, and I wonder if these teams maybe change some of their approach out of maybe a little bit of respect for what the other team has on both sides of the ball. Eddie's defense of game plan has always been well known that he does a great job preparing. Atlanta's offense is really strong. That they're known to come out with a great game plan, and I think the adjustments made here today. It's not because they're scared. It's because they know that to put themselves in the best chance to win, they have to make adjustments. You don't want to put your team and put them out there and be vulnerable. If the other team is able to stop that, you want to come out. You want to have a different layer to your offense, and I think both teams have kind of demonstrated that here today that they did their homework and they want to come out and they want to win this ball game, and they're not going to do it by creating a lot of forcing turnovers and having bad things happen. They want to come out and they want to control the ball and they want to grind this game out.
I definitely agree with you there, Steven.
Second half is underway. Arizona from the 19-yard line. Jackson with a quick drop throws the out route over to Hands as he's going to get 4 before he saunters out of bounds.
Yeah, I would definitely describe Arizona's play style right now, just playing their cards very close to their chest. They're keeping the ball safe. They're not throwing anything crazy. Moses moves downfield, but nothing, he's not punching through 30 different defenders coming after him. It's just a very well thought out plan. I really like what I see out of Arizona.
Yeah, again, I think protecting your quarterback, putting your quarterback in a position to be successful is a huge thing that you can do. An out route thrown to the right is going to get about 6 yards, call it 5, just short of the first down.
Yeah, you had Jack Napier on the tackle right there. Great open field tackle by him to stop it at 3rd and inches. We're probably going to get to see some Moses punch on through.
Not a bad design if that's what they do. It is. Stretch play to Moses to the left side, and he gets stopped by Aquana Shine for no gain.
Yeah, Quantas Shine doing another great open field tackle, one after another by 2 different defenders. And, That was a huge stop. I thought Moses was gonna at least pick up the extra yard, if not more. He pretty much had free ground until Shine just came in and trucked him.
And that's what a veteran presence at a linebacking position can do for you. They just know where to be. They know how to get there, and they're aware of the situation and knew exactly what was coming and stopped the play. Punt was fielded at the 39. Basically no return. Axis tried to get something going, but good coverage by the Scorpion special teams unit.
Yeah, now we're going to see Atlanta with a very good starting field position, which they haven't really had all game. It's just been pretty much back and forth right at the 20s when they start out, around that area at least. So, with a little extra oomph to them, maybe we'll get to see a big play downfield.
Dunhill under center from the Atlanta 39. Rolls around, makes a throw to the right side. Oh, it's off the defender's back. Had a chance to pick it up and take it in. Was Eddie Gage. Just a weird play that happened. Couldn't quite figure out where the ball was, and falls to the grass.
Yeah, I believe that was on Monakanaka's back for at least 3 seconds before it hit the ground. I thought he could catch it with the back of his head with the helmet in between the neck. It really looked like it.
Yeah, and it looked like Gage was running over and tried to pull it off his back too. It looked like he had his eyes on the end zone though, and that's probably why he wasn't able to scoop it off his back. Hollywood gets another shot. This time gets 9 yards on the left side as he cuts up field, and Kanye Rockefeller makes the tackle.
Yeah, well, we've seen a lot of Hollywood. We haven't seen any signature, though, breakaways where he just has free real estate going for him. I'm expecting at least one a game. So he still owes us at least one.
Swarm come out in the power I formation. Only 7 in the box for Arizona here. Yeah, it definitely sets up for Atlanta to be able to get a first down there whenever Arizona's not filling the box, whenever they're showing the run like that.
Yeah, it's a little surprising. They were so close, 1 yard away from the first down. You have to be expecting a Hollywood play. The fact that no press is coming on them is very surprising.
Now more set up to defend the offense. Under center, Dunhill, single back, 3 wide receiver. Lovelace comes in on a blitz. Deep shot down the right side is caught by Boo Chisholm, and he's going to get into the end zone. Nice play by Dunhill to find the open receiver, and Chisholm gets into the end zone. And now it's going to be an 11-point lead after the extra point.
Yeah, Boo Chisholm's first catch of the game, mind you, and he makes it a big one, making Atlanta go up by 11 pending the extra point, and that's huge. He cut on the defender real quick, got the beautiful jumping catch, and from there he just had to turn on the legs a bit, and he was free.
Yeah, 7 seasons in the league, 7 seasons with Atlanta, and just another trusted target for Marcus Dunhill. He knows that he's going to get his looks. He knows that there's a lot of mouths to feed, but Boo knows that whenever his number is called, he's got to make a play because the opportunities are there. Dunhill's going to give him a chance, and Boo Chisholm just always seems to ring up a big play whenever you need it. And Short's extra point was good, and it's going to give the Swarm that 11-point lead.
Yeah, that's a nice stretch for them right there. They got some breathing room. Arizona can't creep back up on them so quickly anymore. So it gives their defense some room to work. That doesn't mean they should stop and give up. They should press a bit more and maybe extend the lead.
Yeah, you cannot give up just because you have a lead. You have to maintain your focus and continue to push forward and execute your game plan. Return is brought out to the 21-yard line, and that's going to be Roscoe Justice, the return man.
Yeah, now I really do want to see, though, more Arizona, just meticulous, thought out plays where they've been playing it close to their chest, playing it safe, moving downfield. We see more of that, and they get downfield. They can get 7 real quick, and then only a game from there.
Yeah, Ashley Jackson with only 2 incompletions so far in this game. Another conservative route ran, caught over the middle, and gets 4 yards.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of back and forth with Arizona. You can go straight from a short pass to a DJ Moses. And I mean, once you run those 2 plays, it's either you'll have the first down already or you work from there and figure it out.
That was week 4 signing Moose Papino on the last reception. From the Arizona 25-yard line, a handoff to DJ Moses, lowers his shoulders and gets out to the 30-yard line. Aaron Lee was there to help make the tackle.
You know, last time we saw this situation right here, they swung it out to Moses, but he got absolutely trucked in the open field. We'll see if Atlanta can recreate that play, and you know they got the defenders to do it.
3rd and 1, a handoff to Moses. Plows forward, had to earn it. Swarmer there, but he was able to get the first down. The linebacking core made the tackle.
Quanta shine again, trying to do what he did last time, but that time Moses just squirmed his way and got the first down, just enough to give him a new set.
Single backfield, trips bunch to the right. Jackson hands off to Moses another time for good measure. Gets 2 yards on that carry.
Quanta shine on the play again. He really does have Moses' number right now. Arizona may want to switch it up because the more they dial in and rely on him, all the more Atlanta will just reach on through.
And you see James Hand's stats there today: 10 targets, 9 receptions. If you want to keep up with your player and team and how they're doing this season, visit the simulationfl.net for standings, leaderboards, and sortable team stats. The rookie big board is there too, as well as tracking available for tracking the next superstars in the SFL. And that play brings up a 3rd and 3 for the Scorpions.
I'd like to see a short pass right here. It's an option, but formation, maybe not.
Arizona's 55% today on their 3rd downs, 5 of 9. We'll see if they can pick it up here, and they do. His hands gets the reception on the outright, breaks a tackle down the sideline, 1 defender to beat, and Aaron Lee saves the touchdown as James Hand's able to get to the Atlanta 31-yard line.
Yeah, James Hands coming out big. He is Ashley Jackson's #1 receiver right now. She has his number, and he's making some great plays. He doesn't just catch the ball. That was some great spin moves to really just
he channeled that was his channel in BDG Hollywood there. We haven't necessarily seen the BDG spin move, but James Hands provided one for us here today. Under 5.5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Jackson with twins to her right. It's an out route by Donnie Hands, and he's going to get 7 on his reception.
Yeah, very interesting to see such a deep drop for the 7-yard gain, but you know it's working out for them. They're throwing out some stuff. You know wow, that sounds there. They're throwing out different plays to really mix up Atlanta.
Yeah, a variety of looks to keep them honest. You know, make sure that they're not committing to one particular play. 2nd and 3 from the 25. Jackson with a quick drop, checks out to the flats, and that's Moses breaking a tackle, getting to the 16-yard line.
We get to see Moses really just dig down, chuck her down, and just push on through a few people. And I mean, I'm just loving what I'm seeing out of Arizona. You know, they haven't thrown anything crazy downfield, but they don't need to because they're in the red zone now. I mean, they just keep making plays. They're burning clock, but if they use it to their advantage later on in the game, when they just get ahead and there's barely any time left, you know, that's some 2020 thinking right there because it's before it happens.
That's right, and you know they just have to capitalize. You know, they're executing well. Oh man, a big sack as Joshua Williams gets in there, makes the sack, and now he's up to 10 on the season. And that's going to slow down Arizona from getting into the end zone. They were moving, and that's a huge momentum shift for the Atlanta Swarm defense.
Yeah, that's what happened. Maybe not last drive they had, but maybe 2 drives ago where they could have gotten a very easy touchdown, instead had to settle for a field goal because of a sack on Ashley Jackson.
2nd and 15. Thrown to Roscoe Justice, who's going to work his way down to the 15-yard line.
I really do think that sack game is Arizona's greatest weakness to their game plan right now. You know, they're playing so meticulous. They're using all of their downs to get the first down. But if a sack comes in and ruins their plan, they have to play much more riskier than they're used to.
Empty shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the right for Jackson. Curl route is caught short of the first down. And Justice gets down to the 8-yard line but can't get the first.
Yeah, and you really have to give it up right now for Joshua Williams. He is the one who's going to make Arizona settle for a field goal unless they're feeling really risky out here.
No, they're not. They're wanting the points, so they're gonna send out Dynasty. Both of these teams, I want to highlight. Both of these teams have really great social media teams. They're a great follow. They're Twitter, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. All they're on all the major social media platforms. So make sure you also follow the SFL on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and more. All at Simulation FL. Make sure to catch more content like the Kramer Show, game highlights, and more by subscribing to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a moment of the action when we're not on television. And that drive was a 12-play, 59-yard drive, capped off by the field goal by Dynasty. So an 8-point ball game. Dave Axis gets out to the 30. That's where Dunhill is going to have to come out, and they're going to want to eat up as much clock as possible and definitely try to score some points, whether that's a field goal or a touchdown. They definitely want to score points here.
I think the best thing they could do is just protect it from a turnover. That's all they need. They don't need Eddie Gage getting their hands anywhere near that ball. They need some emulate Arizona right now and just burn clock, because a field goal will put them in a very safe position.
On first down, it's a handoff to Hollywood, gets 6 yards. Tanner Hendricks come over and made a nice tackle.
Yeah, you're seeing the stats right there. 68 yards on 14 carries for Hollywood this game. Normally, we're used to seeing more out of him, but it definitely seems like Arizona's both got his number and Atlanta's willing to mix up their playbook a bit more for this game.
Weak Eye Twins for the Swarm. From the Atlanta 36-yard line, stretch play to the left. Hollywood cuts it upfield and gets out to the 42. Mark Mello is there to help drag him down.
And that time we get to see some more momentum coming out of Hollywood, dragging some people with him. Maybe this second half will just empower Hollywood even more, and we'll get to see some more of his famous plays.
Closing in on 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dunhill, 2 backs in the backfield in the shotgun. Oh, pressure got there from Arizona, and it leads to a turnover. The pressure in Dunhill's face made a bad throw. Wooding was the intended target, but Tanner Hendricks steps in front of it and gets another interception.
Yeah, and that's huge right there for Arizona. They're in great field position. They just came off playing super hot, and now they get to come right back on the field. That's the one thing Atlanta didn't need.
Yeah, got to protect the ball. I mean, there's still a lot of ball game left, and a turnover there, near plus territory for Arizona. That's we'll see if Arizona can capitalize on that mistake.
That was Tanner Hendricks' 5th interception. Easy.
Jackson changed the play at the line. Everybody's pulling to the left, trying to get out in front of Moses to help block. He gets 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, just making their way downfield. 43. I mean, they're on their own field, 43, which is, I mean, it's good field position. Not great, but the turnover definitely made a huge difference.
We'll see if they can work their way downfield. Jackson, a deep shot down the left side. Hands comes up with it, double teamed, and was able to bring the ball down. Gets it to the Atlanta 20-yard line. A phenomenal play.
All right. They're not going to work it downfield. They're just going to send it downfield. Hands did not care. 25 right there. Almost had his hands on it. Blake Hamrick. And, that's some risky plays we haven't seen out of Arizona all game.
Yeah, and the one time they dial it up, it works, and that's what you need. You hope to you lull the defense to sleep, and they were in position, but I don't think they were expecting it. And it worked out. Jackson held on to it for a little bit too long. It's going to be a half sack situation, but Dustin Zeck's going to be in there and help bring the sack down.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like this every single time. That's the third time Jackson's been sacked in the red zone.
Now, after the sack at the Atlanta 26-yard line, 35 seconds to go in the third quarter, a handoff to Moses is going to get 2 yards. Great job by the front seven to close everything down, not give Moses any running room.
Yeah, that was just a clean up right there. Third and 14, they're gonna have to play risky unless they want to settle for another field goal, which it's not a waste of a turnover, but it'd be a very sad thing to see out of a great turnover.
Empty shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the left side. Quick throw over the middle is caught and not enough for the first down. They tried to catch the defense asleep, but Bovine couldn't make the first down happen. So they probably will have to settle for a field goal. But before that, we're going to break for the fourth quarter. Everybody in the chat, get your fours up. And the Scorpions are going to bring out their field goal units. It's going to be about a 29, 30-yard field goal here to start the fourth quarter. Low snap, but corralled and set down. Kick is up and good from 28 yards. It's now 16-21 in favor of the home team, Atlanta Swarm.
I mean, 5-foot deficit is a weird place to be. Right now, Atlanta's got to get a field goal if they want to give them a stable lead. Still a 2-point conversion tieable, but that's something. And Arizona's got to get anything right now.
And that was a 6-play, 32-yard drive after the turnover. And for those of you that are viewing for the first time and you want to know, what are you watching? Well, the Simulation Football League is the first controllerless esport, allowing you, the viewer, to participate in all the action on the field without a controller in your hands. Visit simulationfootball.net for details on how to get started with the team and in the league. You can also find the link to our Discord, which is where pretty much the primary day-to-day interactions would happen, and you can get in there and be a part of our community. From the 30-yard line, Atlanta takes over. They're in the power I formation. Siege Falco is at the bottom of your screen. It's a handoff to Hollywood to the right side and drags a couple defenders and gets 6 yards. Joey Tropicana, Mana Kanaka there to help make the tackle.
And in the chat, Swole 2011 saying this game has been going by fast. And he's right. It's only been an hour and we're already minutes into the fourth quarter. It's really been nonstop action, really, Steven.
Yeah, and Arizona had like a 9-play no huddle drive there in the first half, and I mean it's been like that all game. Everybody's just moving rapidly. Things are clicking for both sides. Not a lot of penalties here of late. Dunhill has to move to the left in the pocket. Great throw on the run, and it's caught by Siege Falco at the sidelines. Now with 6 receptions and 82 yards, as well as 2 touchdown receptions.
Yeah, and that's some really great Dunhill Siege Falco connection we've been talking about all game. When Dunhill's in trouble, he knows he's got to throw a nasty ball out. Falco's still there to catch it.
Under center is Falco. got held up on his blocker a little bit. Caused a little bit of an awkward throw, but Falco jumps up, makes a nice catch, and gets the first down at the Arizona 35-yard line.
Yeah, Falco's spreading his wings once again. He's heating up a bit. Maybe Marcus Dunhill's filling the pass a bit because he's getting a little frisky. Oh, you see that ball tumbling too.
Yeah, I mean, it was the fullback got in the way of Dunhill. Dunhill was trying to take his drop and get set up for his throw, and the fullback just kind of ran right into him, and I think it caused an awkward throw from Dunhill. But great job by this wide receiver quarterback duo to make it happen. In plus territory, just about in field goal range. Dunhill hands off to Hollywood. Oh, hitting the backfield. Joey Tropicana was there immediately. That's a tackle for a loss.
Yeah, Joey Tropicana, 7 tackles so far this game. He's just adding on to his total. Just keeps bumping it up so far. I mean, that makes it 40 total tackles right now on the season.
And what a great find for Arizona and Tropicana. 2nd and 12, a handoff to Hollywood, gets out to the 32-yard line.
Well, continue on the Joey Tropicana talk. He's a week 2 signing, which I really like to see because it means, you don't got to be a veteran. You don't got to be drafted either. You can just be a free agent who's trying to come in, make an impact, and he does. You get a defensive player of the week. Doesn't matter. You can come in. A team has a
That's
spot open. We got plenty of people wanting to play.
That's right. From couch to field, it's a prime example of that. You don't have to wait forever to have your name called and to make an immediate impact for your team. As that pass to the left side was caught by Siege Falco, gets the first down, spotted at the Arizona 23-yard line. So up near the century mark on the day for Falco now. He's getting really close, and probably by the end of this drive, we'll be up over the century mark.
Yeah, Falco just, staying by on the outs, or that great slant he just cut was beautiful, throwing off the secondary completely, leaving him wide open.
8.5 minutes to go in this ball game. Atlanta's got a 21-16 lead. Dunhill to the left side. Oh, good coverage. Knocked away. And that was Troy Trevelyan was able to knock that one down.
Yeah, and that's what they really need right now. Put a stop to Atlanta's momentum. They're at the 23, knocking on the door of the red zone. 2nd and 10, 8:23. They put a stop here, possibly get a field goal. I mean, Arizona right there is, in an 8-point position, which is weird, but definitely doable.
And a chat shout out to Mr. Grumpy. Wants to know how the league is working. You can see that we posted in the chat a general description of how things go. If you would read that, that'd be great. As that pass is caught over the middle by Dave Axis, gets it down to the Arizona 15-yard line, sets up a 3rd and 2.
This is definitely some Hollywood territory right here, Steven. 3rd and 2. I bet he's hungry for one.
Oh, I bet he's calling for the ball. I bet he's in the huddle just telling Dunhill, hey, just hand me the ball. Hand me the ball, and we're going to get this first down. We'll see what they do. Twins to the right. Dunhill drops back to throw. Swing to the left side. Dunhill's got room. Spins, but Tropicana does not fall for it, but is unable to stop Hollywood from moving the chains.
I still think that spin was worth it. He really spun with the hit, which got him just a tiny bit more, which I think just made it just enough for the first down. They're at the 12 now. They're in pretty much guaranteed chip shot, but if they want to secure lead, they'll need the touchdown. So I'm thinking some Siege Falco action.
And same formation for the Swarm. From the Arizona 12-yard line. Swing pass again. Oh, and there immediately to stop him for no gain is Tanner Hendricks, and he's having a ball game as well.
Yeah, that was looking like a real risk. Like Hollywood did not have a full hand on that ball, and he could have put that ball right down the ground. We could have had a very nasty turnover.
So now Atlanta gets out of that formation. They're in the shotgun. Hollywood to the left side of Dunhill. Thrown to the left side. Toe drag swag. Did he get it? Did he get inbounds? I believe he did. 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that's in, or not in, but, inbounds. So, that's now Arizona's in a real nasty spot, 3rd and 4. They just probably have to stuff Hollywood once and they're good, unless Atlanta's trying to mix it up.
And Siege Falco in the chat says, of course I was in. Don't ever doubt my footwork. From the 6-yard line, 3rd and 4. Atlanta would like 6 points here. Thrown to the left side one more time. Siege Falco with an amazing catch between 2 defenders and extends the lead for the Atlanta Swarm.
I need a replay on that right now. Please send me a replay or someone clip that. That was crazy. Oh, here we go. I just want to see this. Beautiful catch.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Looks like a backwards off stance, hands out, stretch. Beautiful Siege Falco catch. Of the 4 touchdowns though on Marcus Dunhill today, Siege Falco has 3 of them. And he's at 92 yards right now. He's approaching that century mark, and it's definitely possible.
Siege Falco could probably moonlight for a magician, or with the way he was contorting his body there. That was an amazing play. The body control that he had to be able to turn and grab that ball and then to stay in bounds, just a phenomenal play by Siege Falco there.
Yeah, we really thought this was going to be a Hollywood show, but it's the Siege Falco show right now.
So 6:35 remaining in this ball game. Atlanta's up 28-16, so a 12-point lead. Arizona has time, but they need to get away from some of that conservative ball play. They need to take a couple shots and move down the field quickly in an effort to close this gap and try to win this ball game. Justice gets it out to the 31-yard line, so good return there.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you got to start right there, and in the return, I mean, got an extra, 11 yards than what's standard. So he's got some good starting field position. Now, just as you said, Steven, they got to play differently than how they've been playing all game. They got to start taking risks because they don't got much time left.
Jackson under center, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs in the backfield. Thrown to hands, and that one's he's gonna run out of bounds. He picks up 4, stops the clock. So continuing with the conservative approach, but you stop the clock, so that's okay. I like that you at least stop the clock there. If you're gonna throw short, take your yards, but get out of bounds. Don't let the clock run any more than it needs.
Yeah, right now Atlanta's game's all open field tackles, and all Arizona's game is playing short. It's all out routes. That's all they got right now.
Split back shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the left for Jackson. Donnie Hands, the lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. Moses on a little screen, and he's going to work and get 1 yard out of it. Good job by the linebackers to get there, Roland and Shine. So under 7 minutes now, 6:55 and counting, and there's no urgency from this Scorpions offense.
These are the people who did 9 plays of row of hurry up in the first quarter.
Empty shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the right. James Hands is alone at the top of your screen. And he gets the target and the first down, and he gets out of bounds and stops the clock. Great job by the Scorpions there. Hamrick was on the coverage.
I mean, I get they were changing the play. I don't. Oh, Atlanta's throwing out the challenge.
Yeah, Coach Chisholm doesn't like the spot. He thought maybe he saw something. So R62 is going to go under the hood, and we'll get our look at the replay. Low snap, but corralled well by Jackson. Good throw. Look at the spiral. Oh, I think that was a good challenge. That looked like he was completely out of bounds. We'll see what 62 has to say. Yeah, Chisholm looks happy with his challenge flag, and it is. The call is overturned, so that will be ruled an incompletion. And I believe it's going to be 3rd down with the incompletion.
Yeah, and now Atlanta's got to really step it up. Great challenge right there.
It was 4th down. It was the third. The play was on 3rd down, so it is now 4th down. I don't know why 3rd down was stuck in my head.
I don't know. You're fine. I'd lost track.
That's tough, man. Yeah, because you needed that drive. That first down was a big first down for you. Now you have to punt the ball. You need a good punt, and I would say that's average at best. Yeah. Stopped at the fair caught at the Atlanta 30-yard line. Windu was the punter. So now if you're Arizona, you have to play lights out defense. You have, almost a 3-and-out or a turnover right away is what you need because the clock is the scoreboard and the clock are against you right now. You can't afford any time to be burned or wasted on the clock right now. Dunhill under center, 2 wide receivers to his right. Hollywood offset to his right, drops back, throws over the middle. It's caught for a first down. Dave Axis is working up some momentum here in the second half, now with 2 receptions in the second half. Gets out to the Atlanta 41-yard line.
I mean, I like the play, and I like how that just developed, but I was expecting to see more out of Hollywood. 5:14 counting down right now. You expect just some safe, on-the-field plays.
Power I formation. Definitely okay for Atlanta to try to waste some clock here. Get Hollywood involved. Pressure in the backfield immediately, but Hollywood's too fast and gets away. Gets 9 yards on the carry. Lovelace was there to make the tackle.
And they're keeping it on the field. They're keeping the clock running, which is... Arizona's not feeling good, I think, right now. It was a nasty thing. I really think they should have gone for that 4th down after it got overturned.
The pressure is definitely on Arizona's defense and the Arizona squad as a whole right now. 2nd inches at midfield. 4.5 minutes to go in this ball game. Dunhill is in no hurry to snap this ball. 10 seconds and counting on the play clock. Hand off to Hollywood, first down and more. Tropicana brings him down, but not before Hollywood can pick up 6. And Hollywood is now about to eclipse the century mark in rushing yards.
Yeah, 99 yards and 20 carries, not bad either. I mean, it looks like we're seeing more of Hollywood, what we normally see out of him when he's trying to, the pressure's on just to secure this lead.
And that's all they have to do. Just keep the clock moving. You don't have to do anything fancy. Just keep getting first downs and letting the clock run. From the Arizona 44, Dunhill under center. They like to throw the swing pass. They do to the left side. Tropicana. Oh man, he finally bit on the spin move, but it only equates to 3 yards for Hollywood.
I think he's happy with it. He got the spin out. It was useful. Picked up 3, and the clock's still running.
And that's like his signature move. Like I don't think there's anybody in the simulation football league that does the spin move the way that BDG Hollywood can and has in the past. It's when he does it, he can make some people look really silly. And that's just another name in the body bag for Hollywood as Tropicana gets added to it. As the power I formation for the Swarm, Hollywood goes against the grain, cuts back to the right side, and it gets him a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the Arizona 37, 2:55 remaining in this game.
Yeah, I mean, burning the clock right now. I think they're going to give it to Hollywood again, which how it's been going. He may not pick up the first down, but I think in the combined clock burn, they'll hit the 2-minute warning. I think. Depends on my math.
Man, Dunhill, dude. Did you see Dunhill's ratings there? Just playing lights out today. That same particular formation, you look for the swing pass. It's the out route that Falco scored on earlier. Really liking that play here today is at Atlanta. It gets the first down, and Falco gets pushed out of bounds with 2:20 remaining.
I mean, I think they'll trade the stoppage of clock for a new set of downs. That's just more time for Hollywood to play with the ball.
Yeah, and from the 31, there's time. They don't have to go aggressive. They can hand off to Hollywood probably 2 times in a row and then just try to get whatever is left on the 3rd down. But just keep the clock running. That's most important. Swing pass to the left. Hollywood spins, makes another defender miss, but Tanner Hendricks didn't fall for it and brings him down after a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, just adding another name to his book. And the clock's still rolling. Probably going to hit the 2-minute warning right here.
And that does. 28-16, Atlanta's got the lead. 2 minutes to go in this ball game. And the hometown Atlanta Swarm crowd is very, very pleased here at the Hive today. It's been a heck of a ball game. Both teams have played really well. Arizona has moved the ball well, has played very, very tough, always play tough defense, and Atlanta hasn't had the chance to really explode or get away from Arizona. They just kept themselves in this ball game. Hollywood gets the carry, picks up the first down, and now Arizona is going to have to start using timeouts to try to give themselves a fighting chance.
Yeah, after the 2-minute warning, the fact that Atlanta still has the ball should be sending beads of sweat down all of Arizona's back because it's a nasty place. The more the clock ticks down, less time they have to work with it. So they either need a quick turnover right now, or they just need anything really.
Yeah, and Atlanta is showing that they're wanting to run the ball, and I see 6 in the box, maybe 7, and that's that's tough work for your defense. You know that they're going to be able to run the ball fairly effectively as Hollywood gets 3 or 4 yards there. Tropicana continues to track down Hollywood, though. I mean, he's locked in on him. He's continuing to make tackles and make plays for this Scorpions defense, but they really need to lock them up the run game early so that forces them to throw, and just anything that they can do to make the ball get out of Hollywood's hands is what the Scorpions need to do. From the 11-yard line, Dunhill under center, power I formation. It is a handoff to Hollywood. Room to run, spin move, and that's going to free up the first down as he gets down to the 3-yard line.
Arizona burning their last time out against Hollywood. And now they got, and he passed the first down marker, new set of downs. So it's kind of a miracle's got to happen for Arizona to pull this one out right now.
What was that? I think I remember that one play from the No Fun League where like Jerome Bettis fumbled on the goal line. It was like everybody's like, "Oh, that's an easy play," and he fumbled. I mean, but we're not gonna see it. Atlanta's got the victory formation. Scorpions are kind of in the hole with no timeouts, so Atlanta's gonna play the clock, and Dunhill's gonna kneel on it, and they may just be setting up to settle for a field goal. Not the greatest at quick math, but we'll see how that plays out. But it's second and goal.
Yeah, my math is bad right now. 20, 20, 40. I think there will be time, but
No,
not a lot.
I think that they are going to be able to run it out. 40. Yeah, no, they should be able to. Yeah, they should be able to run the clock out. So yeah, they're not going to have to take the field goal. They're just going to kneel on it and wrap this ball game up. So
Oh, 40 and 40. Okay,
yep, yep, yep,
I wasn't
yeah.
counting the last down. Got it. Got it. We're good now. I mean,
I
great game by both teams though.
teach broadcasters math at this week's meeting. Thanks to our broadcast director Mike Daggs, having a great time as we struggle our way through this math. You pay us to talk, or you get us on here to talk and not to do math, Daggs. So we enjoy being on here to listen to ourselves talk, and we're not so good at the math. I got to count my toes and my fingers. It's really rough up here in the box, and I don't want to stink Dan out. My feet got this really bad odor. It's not a good thing, Mike.
But it's fun. We're learning that basic elementary school math. At least I know it's 28-16, and I know 28 is greater than 16, so Atlanta's gonna walk away with the victory from this game.
And it was a fantastic ball game, Dan. I mean, I really enjoyed this early game. We had great support from the get go. There's a bunch of people in chat right away enjoying this ball game with us, and neither team's really disappointed. I thought it was a well played matchup. Arizona looked really strong on offense. I thought they could have taken a couple more shots downfield, but today's game for them, I think, is a building block because you showed that you can protect AJ Jackson. Look at that, no turnovers from Ashley today, and that's how you build. Now you've got a formula. Now you just got to add a couple more key plays because you've shown that you can pick up the first downs. You can get down in the red zone, and now it's just about finishing those games out. Your defense is there. Eddie. Now you just got to figure out your offense and put up a couple more points because Atlanta scored their average. You came in just under, but what you did with Ashley today, I thought was really, really great, and I think that's something you should build on.
Definitely, to echo chamber off you, I loved Arizona's offensive playbook. I think the biggest thing holding them back was a great counter by the Swarm. The 3 sacks they got on Ashley Jackson each time she was in the red zone forced field goals instead of touchdowns. If those sacks didn't happen, the score could have been very different right now. I think those red zone sacks were the biggest asset to Atlanta today. Besides that, BDG played just like BDG does, 116 yards. Siege Falco, I think, was the biggest single contributor, though. Following up with just that Marcus Dunhill, Siege Falco connect. Overall, Ashley Jackson played a near perfect game with 23 out of 26 completions.
And your player of the game is going to be Siege Falco for his 11 receptions, 131 yards, 3 touchdowns, averaging 11.9 yards per catch, and that phenomenal body control touchdown. That third touchdown was just a great one. If you didn't get a chance to see that one, go back and watch it. Probably a highlight of the week. Make sure that if you're done watching here, that you go over and check out our YouTube. Simulation FL on YouTube, where St. Louis and Vancouver are battling it out right now. St. Louis 13, Vancouver 20, late in the third quarter. Vancouver trying to remain undefeated. Up in the booth, I'm Steven Hacker along with Dan Mitchell, and down in the stats truck was Mark Chisholm. You did a great job today, buddy. Thanks for being here, and thank you everybody for watching this game. Again, head over to YouTube, Simulation FL, and check out St. Louis versus Vancouver. Thanks for being here with us. Y'all have a great week.